right, good morning, guys. How's everyone doing? J Money. Why won't my thing scroll up? J Money, first last. Leonidas, K&D Flips, Kabir, Finland, JUQQQ, QQQ ETF, Barry, Lido, Josh, Shannon. Good morning. How's everyone doing? What's going on, Chris? Mick, Jim Sanity, Marty, Pokeman, Hong Kong. Wow. I would love to visit Hong Kong. I would love to visit that city. Siciliano, what's up, man? Morning, guys. Morning. J Huss, I know, man. Baba's a. I think I'm done trading Baba personally. Baba does not really make very clean intraday moves anymore. It's all gaps. At certain points it was making nice moves, but now it's been down over the last few weeks, but it's hard to trade. It's I gotta be honest, I haven't found much success. Every time I trade Baba, it usually does not do what I expect. So yeah, Jay, that 86 looked like it was gonna reject, and now it's above it. Yeah, sometimes it's gonna happen, you know. That's why you gotta. That's where risk management comes into place. We're gonna be wrong. Can't always be right, but you know, when you take a loss, you gotta make sure it's a loss you can recover from, right? Morning, guys. Fidel, what's up, man? How's the keyboard treating you? Fidel is the person who won the last giveaway. All right, so today we have some really big earnings, guys. This is the day. Today's where it starts to kick off, right? So today we have, as you can see probably from the title, I put the date in the title of the live streams. Let me know what you guys think about that. I got requested to do that. I think it might help for people to know which day we're talking about here. So here's today's earnings calendar. Microsoft, well, this morning we already have some good ones. So UPS, GE, 3M, PepsiCo, Raytheon, JetBlue, Waste Management, Valero, and then DR Horton. So I would like to watch, we're definitely going to watch UPS. We're definitely going to watch FedEx today. 3M, PepsiCo, those are interesting. All for the XLP. PepsiCo sort of XLP, right? UPS more Dow, FedEx Dow. Definitely going to be watching those today for sure. So we're going to look at those. Those already reported this morning. UPS, all these on the left side. After hours today is going to be this is going to be a big after hours for the NASDAQ, for the tech sector. This is going to decide a lot. And guys, remember, if you have any type of position in Apple, Amazon, Facebook, you know, any of these big tech names, Nvidia, they're going to get affected by these two earnings this morning or after hours today. So you have to know that this is going to move the NASDAQ. Microsoft and Alphabet are going to move the NASDAQ, which are going to affect your other tech stocks. So please understand that today, how this will have an effect on the entire tech sector. You know, it really comes down to one of two things, I think. I think Microsoft and Alphabet either help us move higher in the short term, or it sort of, totally cracks the NASDAQ to the downside. I think this is going to be a big move for the NASDAQ. It's going to be sort of that deciding factor, in my opinion. It might not happen, until we get maybe Apple and Amazon. Maybe, the market waits for Apple, Amazon. But if there is surprises, on earnings from Microsoft and Alphabet to either side, whether it's a surprisingly good earnings or surprisingly bad earnings. It's going to cause quite a bit of volatility on the NASDAQ, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. So this is going to be big, guys. After hours today, please be aware of that. This is probably your most important news as of today. Short-term news, this is probably most important. Obviously, after this week, you have the Fed meeting in early May, so that's your next big one. But these are big earnings coming out. So that's huge, and it has to be understood. After that, we have the economic calendar. We'll pull that up. So here's economic. So today is the 26th. So what real estate stuff today? I'm interested about that. Nothing much tomorrow. Advance report. Fed tomorrow, Anthony? Really? Where do you see that? I know Fed is in May. I know the big Fed meeting's in May. I didn't know there was anything tomorrow. Let's see. Let's go to the Fed. Not an FOMC meeting. Oh, wait a second. Huh. Oh, no, it's 2021. 2022. I think, Anthony, you might be looking at 2021. I don't think we have any Fed tomorrow. Next one is May 3rd and 4th on the Fed. That's right here. Right here. FOMC. So, yeah, no Fed tomorrow, Anthony. Not that I see. Tomorrow, really just more real estate stuff. And then Thursday, jobless claims, normal stuff. And we got some consumer spending stuff going on Friday. And then the big one is here on Wednesday of next week, guys, right here. FOMC statement, 2 p.m. This is going to be the deciding factor of what rate hike they come out with. They are going to come out with a rate hike. That's guaranteed. So a rate hike, is already priced in. We all know rate hikes are coming every single meeting. So it depends on whether it's a double rate hike, which is probably the most likely scenario, which is 0.5. Or do they do a triple rate hike here, which would be 0.75, or do they do a quarter? I don't think a quarter comes. I think the market is probably pricing in a double rate hike, in my opinion. I think that's what's being priced in. I think that would be the right thing to price in. That's what Jerome Powell sort of alluded to in his IMF meeting. Double rate hike potential on Wednesday. I think the market has priced part of that in. We'll have to see, how the market reacts, but that is what we're looking at there at 2 p.m. on May 4th. So that's that. Let's go ahead and look at the calendar I have for you guys today. Yeah, the market definitely prices in some of it, Ninja. It's not just like the market doesn't know it's coming. So they're not, I know the bond market has priced it in probably more, but it's not like the market does not price in rate hikes as well. So here we go. Futures, as always, economic earnings we've done. Google, Microsoft. Let's go ahead and look at the technicals on Google and Microsoft. As you guys know, technicals are not really to be trusted around earnings. Because earnings are more important, more macro, will not really work around earnings reports. So we'll look at the charts just to get an idea of where we're sitting, but please understand that, technicals cannot really be too trusted, and playing options through earnings is never a good idea. Never. It never is a good idea. If you want to gamble, be my guest. That is up to you, but that is strictly gambling, playing options through earnings. Tesla held 975. So Tesla actually had a pretty decent day yesterday before Twitter news came out. After that Twitter news came out that Elon is the bid was accepted, Tesla sort of took a hit. It looked like it was getting a little bit negatively affected, but it did hold a very key level at 975. UPS and FedEx, we'll take a look at those two this morning. Those should have some volatility this morning because of UPS earnings. FedEx has held a nice level. Let's go ahead and take a look at those. Amazon holding a very nice channel as well. Home Depot holding a really nice 290 level. would be very nice to see if that holds. I've been sitting in a trade in HD for about a week now, and I have it for further. I think I have it for June. So I like this Home Depot chart. I took a little shot on some Junes. I'll show you guys what I'm looking at there. XLP actually had some strength yesterday. XLP woke up later in the day yesterday. So like Walmart, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Costco did okay yesterday, but not looking too strong. But XLP had a nice little retest again, holding once again XLP. So keeping an eye on that sector for sure. Then we have Lulu holding 360, keeping an eye on that thing. I think this is a decent opportunity. And then finally, we have semis. So like AMD, Qualcomm, NVIDIA, TSM, all the semiconductor stocks, they are not good right now. And right now is, the key word. So I think we can all agree that that semiconductor trade will come back at some point, maybe once supply chain gets a little better. But right now, semiconductors are under a lot of pressure. Is this an opportunity? How long does this underperformance on semiconductors last? I think we can all agree that at some point in the future, semiconductors are going to come back. They are one of the most important things for our future. So it's just a matter of that supply chain. So how long does that take? Is it not a bad idea to start maybe buying some shares of NVIDIA down here? I definitely am. I definitely will continue to. But, it depends on your situation, of course, your financial situation. But, yeah, semiconductors are under a lot of pressure. Does that come back? I think we can agree it will eventually, but the timing is the tough part. So that's what we have so far on the calendar. We'll go ahead and look at a few other things as you guys request later after after we finish this. So let's go ahead and get started. NASDAQ. Yeah, you could hedge it with the SOX S. Yeah, for sure. So NASDAQ, right? Let's zoom out. Let's get more time. Let's look at this thing further out because 1 year is just not enough anymore. I like to see at least, the last year and a half too. So here's the last 2 years basically of the NASDAQ. And we can see that we are, we're not quite testing that 13K yet. We did hold up slightly yesterday. But, that hold is sort of in the middle of no man's land in my opinion. So we might hold here, we might not. Yesterday was sort of like an inside candle. Nothing really that's going to change my mind on the weakness that we've seen. I still think you might be able to see that 13K. That is this level right here, right, guys? So this 13K is going to be pretty important. If we break 13K, as I've been talking about, you're going to get pretty weak to probably to 12.2. So that's big, right? That 13,000 level. Now, if we zoom in, we can see that we have a upside resistance now and we have a downside support. So it is very easy to sort of recognize here on the NASDAQ. If we push today into 13.7, I would expect there to be weakness as we start to push into that level. So you can see a previous support, previous resistance will most likely turn into support, guys. So if we see any type of strong push today into 13.7, then I would be under the impression that the market starts to reject at that 13.7. That would be where I'd like to see us reject. If we do this, and then we start to lose some steam up here at 13.7, then I could see the case to continue on the downtrend that we are on. So 13.7 to the upside is definitely a level I'm watching because this was a previous level of support that I think will turn into resistance. If we go into, let's say, the 4-hour chart, we will probably see that a little bit cleaner. So right here, guys, you can see this on the 4-hour chart. This is a previous level of support, and you can see that if we come back into it, there is going to be a rejection for sure. I mean, there's definitely going to be something there at 13.7. So watch out for that for sure. Guys, if you ever want to, if you ever come to my live stream and you want to see QQQ versus NASDAQ, it's very easy, guys. Pull up the QQQ. You guys got to be able to do this yourself, right? Pull up the QQQ, and you can see how the charts are the exact same, guys. Right? The charts are the exact same. There's no difference. So look at this chart, right? See this chart? Look at the NASDAQ. It's the exact same thing. So if my level is, say, right at this little shoulder here at 13.7, you can see if you go to the QQQ, it's the exact same chart. So it's right here, 334, same exact level. So just be able to, look at the charts, same exact thing. So that's the NASDAQ. I think you guys should watch, keep an eye on the NASDAQ. So you can see 13.7, that is a previous very large level, right? Bunch of resistance, bunch of support. You got that wick low, and then you got that 13.7. So if we see a move into that 13.7, I would expect a rejection. Now, if we are weak today, if we get that downside, then you definitely want to watch yesterday's lows. Let me go ahead and break this down into the shorter term time frames. Let me get more time here. If we are weak today, let's move this out and sort of zoom this like this. So there you go. There's a cleaner look at the channel, the 13.7 and the 13,000. Now you can even see right here, right guys? Look at this consolidation at 13.7. So here's really your expected range for me today. You have an expected range, in my opinion, either here, or if we're really weak, we would first want to see yesterday's lows hold, maybe around 13.2. And if it breaks that, then you're going at 13,000 without a doubt. So you do have a pretty big channel here between 13.7 and 13,000. Do we trade sideways, right, and wait for earnings? Do we get a sideways day within this channel, and then maybe we move tonight for earnings? Or do we see a early morning push and reject off 13.7, right? Or do we get, that weakness and we come down to yesterday's lows and maybe try to bounce off the yesterday's lows, right? So we can never exactly predict what's going to happen, but we can know the bounds and the areas of support and resistance, right? That's what we need to know. So we definitely have this level here, right? We for sure have yesterday's lows. We for sure have 13.7 resistance. I would be shocked to see us break above that today. And then if we break yesterday's lows, I think you have 13,000 coming into play. So there's your the levels that you should have on your charts today. If you start to see the NASDAQ push into 13.7, you should not be buying calls into this supply zone, right? Even if the NASDAQ's up 200 points by like 11 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 hours after market open, that does not mean you buy calls into a major supply zone, right? You have to be aware. If you didn't have this on your chart, right, and you're only looking at the chart like this, and you're zoomed in with tunnel vision, and you're buying calls as we approach this 13.7, you are going to get crushed. More than likely, you're going to get stuck in a rejection at a major supply zone. So please make sure if you come to these live streams to be putting these charts on, put these levels on your charts as I do them here. I promise you, it is going to help. So 5-minute chart, 13.7, that's a big level. I would not expect us to get above that today, unless, maybe earnings helps us through. If it's really good from Microsoft and Google, then maybe you get above that. So that's what I'd watch. You got a little bit of a bounce yesterday off of this 13.2 level. Could just be a little bit of a sympathy bounce. Did not break any major levels, guys, right? We didn't do anything important yesterday. We just went up. We just sort of went up within a little channel. You did not break Friday's highs. You did not break, you did not get back to Thursday's levels. You barely even reached, the midpoint of Friday's pullback. So, this doesn't change my mind that there's definitely still weakness on tech. But of course, you have earnings after hours that could sort of change things up. So let's just be aware of that. ES. The ES held its right shoulder of this inverse head and shoulder. Now, I'm not going to say that this is going to be a hold here, but you can definitely see this, right? So you can see you have this previous low. You can see you have this previous low. You can see you have this previous low, right? So you have this 42.65 level, which the ES tried its very best to close back above yesterday. Look at this. So we did drop below it, but the ES tried its very best during a late day action to get back above that 42.65, and it did, and it is now holding it this morning. So this is a big level here, 42.65. This is the level we talked about in yesterday's pre-market live stream, right? This was the level I said we need to see if we can get back above. We need to see if we can get over this level. And we did. So I don't want to get bullish here, but I do like the hold that I'm seeing for now on the ES. There is a little bit of strength on a few other sectors. Sierra, thank you for posting those this morning in the chat. The XLE could find some support again. The XLP found some support as well. Healthcare is doing okay. So there is some strength on some of these other sectors besides tech that could hold this S&P 500 near this level, 42.65. This is a major level here, right? You can clearly see this, right? If it doesn't take much experience to see this level. It's sort of like the last level of support before we probably test these lows back here. From late February, early March. So 42.65, that's the level you want to see hold on to today, guys. If you lose that level again today, then I think you're going to start to trade. You're going to start to trade down here, in my opinion. Maybe back towards that 41.25 area. So big level, 42.65 to the upside. You definitely have some room to the upside. Because of how quick this downside move was, I think you probably can move back towards this 43.60, but you really need to see a move over that 4,400, in my opinion. So you have this entire little range of resistance all up in here, right? You have previous support, all up in this area. So if you do move up today, you got to be careful as we start to approach this supply, for sure. So to the upside, I would watch 43.60. That's this level right here. You guys can see these previous lows. I would watch 43.60 if you get any type of upside movement. Watch this supply right here at 43.60. Right there. Previous low. Watch out if we push into that. If we move lower, 42.65. If we break under that, then yesterday's lows. If we break under yesterday's lows, then we're going to 41.25, right? It's very easy to sort of game plan for these levels. It makes it a whole hell of a lot easier when you know your levels. So hopefully this is helping you guys. 43.60 to the upside. If you break 42.65 today, you're coming down to yesterday's lows potentially. If you break yesterday's lows, you're probably coming down to 41.25. So here are the levels that I would watch today. I would be very surprised to see a move over 43.60. Okay, YM, Dow Jones. I think the Dow is just going to consolidate here, to be quite honest. I don't expect much movement on the Dow. You guys can see for almost the entire year. Get more time here. You guys can see almost for this entire almost 2 years now. Last year. So this is April. Yeah, April to April. This is an entire year right here. So for the entire year, right there, we have traded completely sideways on the Dow. Do I think that this probably just continues to trade sideways? Yeah, probably. Unless you break down 33,000. 33,000 looks to be the level to watch out for. 33,000 right there. Okay, Russell found its way to hold on to 1,900 yesterday. You guys can see this, right? You bounced down into the channel low, and you held that 1,900, right? So you guys can see all these wicks right here, wick, and yesterday another wick off 1,900. So if you like trading a channel, if you like trading the Russell or the IWM, you might be able to catch some upside here on the IWM off this channel low. Honestly, I mean, it's probably a decent setup. It's done it 3 times in the past, 1, 2, and 3. Maybe you can catch a little IWM upside off this channel low. I'm probably not going to get involved in that trade, but it sort of seems there. It definitely can potentially be, I can see that opportunity. So keep an eye on that. But to to recap, guys, futures still in a downtrend, still in a weak position, especially on tech. NASDAQ needs to hold this 13.2, yesterday's lows, and needs to break over 13.7. What's the only way I get bullish on this market? I'll show you guys right now. What's the only way I can get bullish on this market? Here it is. This is how I get bullish. You need to break above this pivot right here, 14.3. The level that we sold off from, we need to get above this level, and you need to see something like this. This is the only way that you can be bullish on this market, is if you see this move. That's it. That's the only way. If you are trading below 14.3 on the NASDAQ, I just don't think it's smart to get bullish. I think you'd be trying to predict this move. So I think you wait. If you want to get bullish, guys, I know it's more fun to be bullish personally. I have to agree to anyone who agrees with that. I like being bullish. I like seeing the market go up. But, we got to be realistic sometimes. So I do not see the bullishness coming in until you get the move like this. I don't see it until you're able to actually prove to be able to get above major levels. So the first level would be 13.7. And then the next level would be 14.3. That is the level that we harshly rejected off of just last week. So watch out for that, guys. This is how I get bullish. So until I see this, I have to continue to trust this downtrend, right? You have to trust the trend. Until you see a break of the trend and a break of a key level, then I think you stick with the current trend, which is obviously weakness on tech. Could change today after earnings, but we shall see. Google. So we talked about Google and a really ugly downside move, right? Really big flush through this level, and you can see we did make up some of it yesterday. Here's what I want to do. I want to just talk about my feelings on Google, my feelings on my own analysis in my head. I could be dead wrong about this. So you guys let me know what you think. We'll just do a little bit of a conversation here. So I personally believe that YouTube is going to take over majority of advertising share. That's my personal opinion. I see huge companies continuing to advertise on YouTube. I see Apple. I see Amazon. I see Microsoft all the time. I see obviously Google because Google is the owner of YouTube. So obviously they're going to advertise on their own platform. I see tons and tons. State Farm must have a huge contract with YouTube. These are advertisements that I don't see anywhere else. I don't see them on Facebook. I don't see these advertisements on Twitter or on Snapchat or anywhere around besides before videos on YouTube. So I am very bullish on the advertising spend on YouTube moving forward. I think YouTube is a fantastic platform for advertisers because I believe that the trend is moving towards short and shorter curated videos by creators rather than, let's say, a movie, right? So I don't know about you guys. I sit and watch YouTube videos usually at night when I'm getting ready for bed. I'll sit in my bed and watch YouTube videos for an hour, right? Just to see. I'll catch up on some videos that I like to watch, maybe some car videos, TJ Hunt, Adam LZ. Shout out to whoever else watches those guys. But I love watching those guys. So I watch those videos for like an hour before I go to bed, and I'm sure a lot of people do as well. I think this is happening more than people throwing on a Netflix show or a Netflix movie. I think it's happening more that people are now watching YouTube, short videos, short attention span videos, rather than watching a show or a movie. So I think this is bullish for Google. I think they're going to be taking a lion's share of that, lion's share of the market share on advertising. Now, I could be dead wrong about this, but that is sort of where I'm thinking. So I'm pretty bullish on Google on that sense. Now, I don't know anything else. I don't know. B is for Build. It's a good guy. Yeah, he's good. I don't know the other aspects, but I'm definitely let me know what you guys think about that. Would love to see what you guys think. I also love YouTube TV. YouTube TV is fantastic as well. So they sort of have both. They have the YouTube and then they have YouTube TV, which is really good. YouTube TV is the best TV streaming platform I have ever experienced. I love it. So I think YouTube TV has a lot going for it, and I think YouTube in general has a lot going for it. So I'm pretty bullish on this Google earnings. We'll see how the stock reacts, but that's my feeling. Let me know what you guys think. That's sort of what I'm thinking for their earnings coming up. I think they are going to be taking a lot of the advertising. Okay, so that's Google. Microsoft. Again, Microsoft held that 270 level. You guys can see right here, previous support, and previous support. Yeah, I guess if Google, if you're listening here, I'm your employee, so push my videos out a little more. I just gave you a lot of credit there. Is this yeah? Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. YouTube, it's like 50, 60 a month, I think, but it's really good, guys. YouTube TV is no joke. It really is good. I mean, I think it's well beyond like direct TV, so outdated. I have my uncle who has direct TV. I can't even figure out what I'm watching. It's just difficult to manage, but YouTube TV is so clean, so easy. I mean, Google does YouTube TV. Yeah, Google owns YouTube, so yeah, I would assume so. So Microsoft, you guys can see hold 270, big reaction off that 270 yesterday. Obviously, earnings are coming up, so I really can't do much here for you. But yeah, I would be looking to see. If Microsoft can hold this 270 level. Yeah, it's expensive, but it's good. I guess it is expensive, but it is good. It is good. So support. Microsoft has supported this 270. Earnings are coming up. We're gonna have to see whether it holds or breaks this 270. That's really the major thing here, right? Break under 270 or hold above. That is what I would be watching. So, yeah, keep an eye on Microsoft today. Keep an eye on Google today, guys. This will definitely move the market. Let's see how they do. Let's see how they report. So next we have Tesla, and remember we talked about this 975 level. Well, look, we held it again. We held it once again. So Tesla on the hourly. Let's get a little bit more time here. Let's go 30 days. So here we go. You guys can see right here. Look at this hold at 975 on Tesla. It just cannot break below. Look at this. Support, and support. Yeah, something happened to my I'll have to check it after. We had Walter in the options chat. Whoever's in it looks like Walter broke. We have no more Walter updates on the Discord. I'm gonna have to fix that because we just got numbers, Chef. Yeah, let's see. Is the NASDAQ moving at all from this? No. Okay. Let's go back to Tesla. All right, so Tesla hourly chart, 30-day, 1 hour. Look at all these holds. Look at all these holds on Tesla, guys. So the longer we hold here, I'm definitely going to keep an eye on this Tesla move. If we get a little bit of strength today off of maybe Google and Microsoft earnings, Tesla could get some some momentum off of the NASDAQ strength. I'm definitely watching Tesla here, guys. This is a nice little hold here at 975, 980. It definitely could put a little sympathy bounce in here. Maybe back up to like this 1030 level, right up in here. Maybe 1030s, 1040s. Probably can move back up to the top of that range today. I would at least think. So I'm gonna watch this move potentially up to 1030, and then obviously if it starts to break this level, then we're going down to the 940. So nice hold. I can't really I can't take much away from the hold that it's showing me right here. So I'm definitely gonna put some trust into it. That every time it comes down to 975, it bounces off of it. So we came to 975 yesterday. We bounced off of it. Can it continue its move a little bit, maybe up to the 1030s today? That is something I'm definitely going to be watching. A little bit of room up into that 1030 level. So Tesla, I like that hold. I wanted to share it with you guys today because that's actually a pretty nice little level there to play off of. So watch that today. Let's start with FedEx because I really do like the technicals on FedEx quite a bit. I was actually previously in a FedEx swing trade. I did take profits on this push right here. I was in it back from near 200, took profits up into here. And then, we sort of fell off. So I was happy about my initial take profit there. We obviously lost some after that, but you guys can see we held this 200 once again. I'm sure if you're in the Discord, you guys know this trade that I'm talking about. Let me get a little bit more time here. So here we go. You guys can see that FedEx is trying to hold this 200 level. We have a previous resistance, and we have it turning into support, right? Shyness, yeah, I have ESPN Plus for that. I watch the Rangers games on ESPN Plus. I mean, you can't really get local coverage. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, Rangers are on what? They're on. Are they on MSG? You need to have MSG for that, right? So previous resistance turning into support. I sort of like this, and with UPS earnings beating this morning, I think FedEx could find some push off this level, guys. So I would watch out for 200 on FedEx for sure today. Watch 200 FedEx. Look to see if you get this push, and see if that UPS earnings beat can give it some sympathy. UPS, I would have liked to see it back to 177. That would be nice, but unfortunately we did not get back to there before the earnings beat came out. You can see this morning we are up to, what are we up to? 196. We hit a high of 196 off earnings. So if we go to the 4 hour, we got a little push into 196. Hold on, guys. Let me get this all set up here. So we got a push into 196 where we actually started to reject. You guys can see right here. This is sort of some tough resistance, I will say. Look at that right there. So look, you got previous support right there, and previous support. And look at what it did this morning at this green level. Look at that. Look at that rejection right off 196. So we definitely need to get above 196 for UPS to get going here, or it's going to reject off this level again. That's definitely something that needs to be broken. You can see right here. Support, turning into resistance after earnings. So be careful of that 196 on UPS. But I would like to see, does FedEx get some sympathy? You can see this morning we're getting a nice push on FedEx in the pre-market. Does it bounce off this 200 level? And what I want to point out is that you had actually a very nice little wick right here. Look at this wick yesterday. Very bullish wick off 200. Right there. Look at that wick. So that means you came down all the way to 197.70 in the trading hours, and you bounced all the way back up into the 200. So nice wick off 200. Watch FedEx and UPS today for some sympathy. Okay, Amazon. So Amazon is holding this channel low. If I zoom out, you guys can see right here, right? Amazon is just holding this sideways channel that it has been trading in for almost 2 years now? Oh man, yeah, it is. Amazon has been trading in this channel for almost 2 years. That is absolutely ridiculous. It sort of sucks if you're an Amazon shareholder. I'm not, because I don't know. I don't want to get involved in this channel. I do like Amazon. I think they do well, but something's obviously limiting the growth here of the stock price. I don't know if they need to do a split to sort of spice things up. I'm not sure. I don't know enough about the fundamentals here. But you guys can see on the technical side of things, we just continue to hold this 2850 area. Support again. Do we bounce off this level? If I look at the technicals, my answer to you would say yes, that is a possibility, right? It is a possibility that we bounce off this low, this channel low here on Amazon. That is also a thing that's going to have to be decided on earnings in 2 days. So would I hold this long term? Probably not. Is there a scalp today? Maybe. Maybe there's a scalp off this level today. If the NASDAQ is strong, if we get some strength on the tech sector, then I would maybe see, that's right, they are doing a split, my bad. I would see, I could see the opportunity for an upside move off this 2,900 if you're seeing a strong NASDAQ. So I would watch that. I would definitely watch that today. If you get strong NASDAQ, watch for Amazon off this 2,800 area, 2,850. You might be able to get a little sympathy here off this very strong technical level here around 2,850. So keep an eye on that. That's Amazon. Home Depot. Okay, I'm in a June play here on Home Depot. I really like this support that it's building here. I like it a lot. I know it's a little bit questionable. I know I'm a little early, but I wanted to get into this early to see if I could catch this low. A little aggressive, but I'm okay with the risk that I have put into this name. You guys can see we had a previous weekly resistance here, and we have came back and started to consolidate at this level. I like the consolidation that I'm starting to see here. I might be a little bit early to the show, which I'm okay with. You might want to see a little bit more upside here to confirm this. Maybe you want to see a little higher high form first. That would probably be a better wait if you waited for some type of higher high here, maybe like this, or maybe you even wait for this move, and then you try to catch it. I think that would be probably a smarter play. But I like Home Depot long term, and I wanted to put some risk on here at this level. So I'm going to zoom out once again. You guys can see I'm just playing off this pretty large previous resistance here at 292. My stop loss is under 292. If I see us drop this low, then I am out. But if we continue to consolidate here, I think there is a chance that Home Depot tries to curl off this level. So I am definitely watching Home Depot here. I'm going to keep an eye on this hold. If it holds, great. If it doesn't, I take my loser like a man and I move on. But I do like this. I do like this support area for now. So let's see. Just want to share that with you guys. Home Depot. XLP. Very strong little late day action on XLP yesterday. You guys can see, look at this little retest hold once again. So very crazy to see, but previous resistance turning into support, and look at what it did yesterday. If I go to the 5-minute chart, you came right back into that support once again here, and you found a nice little bounce off of it. Still sort of weak, still on a downtrend for the most part, so I would be a little bit cautious there. XLP still has been weak in the last few days, but if I go to the daily chart, you can definitely see that we had a pretty nice wick off this 78 level support. So I would watch out for that. You also have the 20 SMA, which is potentially supporting it here on the daily chart. So if XLP is strong today, look at that volume too. I didn't even realize that. Look how much volume came into that yesterday. Big buy volume. Damn. Yeah, I think someone actually said that in the chat yesterday, now that I remember. Some big volume there, late day. So, interesting. But if that is strong, if XLP is strong, you have Pepsi, which is strong as well, which I think is, did it report yet? Yeah, Pepsi reported. 2% point, Forex headwind. Tops earnings, boost revenue forecast, that's good. Beat profit and revenue, so top and bottom line beat. Increased forecast. Wow, big EPS beat. Big EPS increase versus year over year. 3.06 versus 1.24 year over year. That's a big EPS increase. So if Pepsi is strong today, post earnings, and the XLP is supporting it, this would be a nice one to watch. Pepsi, been just incredible. I mean, this stock is incredible. It has not gone anywhere. So watch out for XLP names today, guys. Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Walmart, Costco, Procter & Gamble, all XLP names. Actually, talking about Procter & Gamble, look at this hold right here at 161. Wow. This probably has some upside to it. So really clean rejection off all-time highs. So the upside margin is definitely not that, not that great. But, nice little hold at 161. Watch out for these XLP names today. That's all I'll say. Okay? Lulu. Nice little hold on Lulu here. I'm watching this. This is a nice little 360 hold. I don't know if you guys remember. We talked about this level yesterday, and we held it perfectly. So if I go to the 5-minute chart, you're going to see, look at where we moved down to. Perfect hold right there at this 360 level. So I really like that. If I go to the 4-hour chart, you are going to see right here, you have a very nice 360 hold. You have previous support, and what did it do again? Support. So is there some opportunity to the 380s? Yeah, potentially. Obviously, looking at this chart, you have previous resistance here, and you have a potential channel starting to build here on Lulu. You might be able to see a move up into that 380. So I am going to keep an eye on Lulu here off of 360, looking to see if I can get upside. Okay, finally, just want to share with you guys just sort of the underperformance on the chip stocks. Let's go like, can I do like, I'm trying to think what I can compare. I wonder if I can compare the NASDAQ and the SOX L. I'm trying to think what would be, actually, what's the tech, is it XLK? Yeah, XLK. Let's go XLK versus SOX L. Let's do that real quick. So we're going to go drawings. We're going to go, no, where are we going? Studies, add study, compare with, custom symbol, SOX L. Yeah, so you can see that right here. So for the most part, I got to move both these charts. Let's put these sort of side by side. Actually, I got to move all this up here. Here we go. There we go. Look at that. So for the most part, right? So oh man, I just messed it up. right about there. Okay, let me turn this white. Let me get this a little bit better for you. Okay, apply. There we go. And then we're going to move this back there. So you guys can see, look at the underperformance. This is the SOX L in the white. See how it was matching it up here? All right, you can see the match, back up here. This is the other one is the XLK, which is the technology ETF. So you can see back up here, back in December of last year, we were getting pretty much similar performance on the semis versus the overall tech sector. Now, look at the underperformance that you have on your screen. Look at the right side of your screen over here. On the right side, you can see. Look at that underperformance that the chip stocks, the semiconductors, have had. So extreme underperformance on the semis. And that is what's bringing stocks like NVIDIA and AMD and Qualcomm and TSM. That's what's struggling. That's why these stocks are struggling so much. The semiconductors are underperforming just incredibly strong. So will this come back? I think it will. I definitely think it will. I think there will be a time that the semi trade is, returns. But right now, you can clearly see the underperformance, and I just wanted to sort of outline that for you guys, give you a visual representation of that. You can sort of tell this by just looking at NVIDIA stock. It's clearly weaker than everything else, but this right here, I think is a pretty good representation of what you're seeing, the underperformance on the semis. So just wanted to share that with you guys. I think that's pretty cool and a pretty cool thing to look at. So let's go ahead and remove that now. Remove all I don't want to remove all studies. Remove that. There we go. All right. So that is what I had for you guys in today's live stream. Now we are going to look at what you guys want to look at, which is BABA, CSX, Upstart, P&G, USO, and Netflix. So let's go ahead and look at those now. If you guys could just take 1 second, just 1 second, and press the like button, that would be fantastic. And also, If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, which is the bottom left of your screen, you will see options_insider. I have been posting my live trades there. So, I'm trading live in the Discord chat, and I've been recording them and posting them on Instagram. So if you guys want to watch those, I think it's some really good content. Go ahead and check out the Instagram options_insider. And watch the content that I put out on there. I think it's a great way to stay up to date with the channel. If you guys want to stay up to date with my trades, I post everything there. So feel free to check that out. And again, I will never message you first. I will never ask you to send me Bitcoin. I will never ask you to send me a WhatsApp message. I will never ask you to, I will never guarantee you 100% profits overnight. Please do not message back any people that message you on Instagram pretending to be the options insider. It is not me. It is not me. And if you get scammed, you can't come running to me because that was not anything to do with me. So don't get scammed and just don't be dumb, because there's a lot of scammers on Instagram, and it is very easy just to not message back, guys. Do not message back, please. I get people that message me all the time saying, "Is this you?" And they've been talking to them for like 15 minutes. Please do not message people that ask you for Bitcoin online, please. No one that's real does that. All right. Let's go over these stocks here. So first one's Baba. So yeah, I mean, Baba's getting sort of beat down because of the virus in China, obviously, and also just been China's weak in general. But this is what I wanted to see yesterday. I'll show you right now. I wanted to see this happen yesterday. It didn't happen. So right here, you guys can see I was hoping for Baba to reject this 86. Me and Jay Haas were looking at it, and amateur genius. Yeah, I say that a lot. Sorry if I offend anyone, but it's true. You got to live by that. So you can see we had a gap down at 86, and we moved back into 86 intraday yesterday. And you can see that we rejected off the 86, right? We gap filled and rejected. But, obviously this morning you get a gap up on the Asian market and you get a gap up on Baba, and now you're above 86. So my best advice to anyone here is to probably stay away from Baba. It's really not a good trade, in any direction. It's very choppy. It's always gapping up and down. There's tons of gaps on the daily charts. It's difficult for someone that's not willing to just hold through it. If you're like a long-term, if you have a long-term put here, sure. If you've been holding a put option for a month now on Baba, great. But a short-term trade is not easy on Baba. If I just show you the last 30 days, you guys can see the moves happen, but they are usually on gaps. Almost always the moves are on gaps. So you have, right here, for example, you have a gap down and a sideways trading day. You have a gap down and a sideways trading day. You do have some nice moves here, I will say. The last 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday, definitely some nice moves to the downside. But for the most part, guys, the moves are in the after hours. They are gap downs from the Chinese market. So that sort of turns me off from trading it, just because of all the gaps. You don't know what's going to happen the next day when you're swing trading a stock like Baba. So scalp if you see anything. If not, I'd leave Baba alone. Obviously it's weak, but that's really my personal recommendation. I would just, if anything, I would just look for more downside. I mean, that's what it's been doing for the last 2 weeks, right? So see if it comes in. If not, just leave it alone. CSX transports. I know they had earnings like last week, I believe. Yeah, man, this is not a chart that I would get involved in here. You guys can see this is just sort of tough. This is just sort of a sideways chart. You have upside resistance, downside support. I mean, maybe you can play it in this channel if you'd like. Maybe play it off the 34 channel up to the 38. That's really all my advice would be. Play it in the channel if you want a channel trade. Upstart. Yeah, Upstart's sort of holding this level here. Upstart's just not going to find anything. There's 3 options insider accounts. It's the one that is exactly how it's spelled. It's the one with 9,451 followers. That doesn't. You guys can tell. Go to it and you'll see. The posts will be like, there'll be like no one that'll like the pictures. There'll be like really weird pictures. Like the zoom is all disoriented. It's very easy to tell if you just take a second and look. If you guys want to also report the other ones that are fake, this is the right one. That would be helpful if you could report the ones that are fake. Let's see if this will that focus? There we go. That's the right one. Right there. So, report the other ones if you guys could. Okay, so Upstart, yeah, I mean, it's holding this low here. It's holding this low around 75, but it's just not a stock that, it's just not a stock that's in favor. If you get a break of, this weekly low right over here, then I would play it to the downside. Right? If you get this break, then it's probably pretty obvious right here, guys. So I would watch for that 73 break. If you get a break under 73, you're probably going to get some more downside right here. Right there. So I would watch for that move under this week's low. Upstart, Procter & Gamble. Yeah, I just talked about P&G. I like it if the XLP is strong. Nice little retest here of 161. You guys can see that. Look at this. Go to the hourly. Yeah, thanks, pretty fingers. I know. Thank God I cut my fingernails. You guys can see right here. Right here, you can see this break and retest. You have previous resistance that has turned into support on Procter & Gamble. So what would I look for? I would look for Procter & Gamble to hold this 161 and maybe move up to this 165. That's what I would look for. USO took a little hit because oil took a little hit yesterday, but oil is holding this level and USO probably will as well. So look at CL. As long as oil holds this level here around 95, I would think that USO can hold as well, right? So just watch CL. USO trades off CL, so you got to watch CL. You might as well just watch CL. So you guys can see right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, nice hold. If you get this break, then you're going to get this break on USO, right? It's going to follow it. So just watch that. Netflix. I don't know. What's your plan here? Is it just to short it more? If your plan is just to short it more, then maybe. But, I mean, this thing's just dead, man. It's dead. It's dead. It's mort. Look. Look at how it turned previous support into resistance yesterday, too. That's even worse. Look at that. That's terrible. Look at this right here. Previous, even as dead as it is, it's still making bearish technicals. Previous support into resistance. If Netflix can't get above 210, it's going down more. All right? If Netflix can't get above 210, it's going down more. That's all I'll say. If it rejects 210 again and the NASDAQ weakens today, you're moving lower. Okay. Yeah, there's a spreadsheet. I can't do it now because I got to go to the Discord chat. We'll do it tomorrow, Jay Price, but I'll show you how to do it. If you go to YouTube, here you go. Go to YouTube, right? This is your YouTube channel. I'm not sure how you guys go to it, but I'm going to go to my channel. Go to my channel here. Pull up my channel. Go to membership. If you are a member, you will see this right here. Go to membership, and you will see this Google Docs. Press on it, and that's it right there. So if you guys want to become a member of the live stream, press the join button down below. I'll look at the stocks for you every single day. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, go ahead and feel free to do so. Make sure to follow the right account. Don't get scammed. I am not a scammer. If I was a scammer, I would not show my face to you every single day. That would not be a very smart scam of me to be showing my face. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for everything. I appreciate all your support. Go ahead and follow the Instagram. Press the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Help me out. Help me grow this account. We're almost to 45,000 subscribers. Would love to get to 50 by end of year. That's a goal of mine. So if you guys could help me get to 50K by end of year, that would be awesome. I would do a really big giveaway, like pretty massive. So if you guys want to help me out with that, that'd be great. Thank you guys so much. If you guys want to check out the Discord chat, link is down below where we trade live. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Have a great day. Stay safe, be smart, and be patient. See you guys.